Most people think silence keeps them safe, that if you ignore something long enough, it eventually goes away. But there's a story about a man who was given one simple rule. No matter what you hear, don't answer it. He followed that rule for hours. Until the voice asked him something he couldn't ignore. And the moment he answered, everything changed. Daniel Reeves wasn't the kind of person who believed in anything supernatural. He worked in IT support for a mid-sized logistics company in Ohio, lived alone in a quiet apartment complex, and followed the same routine. Wake up at 6:30, coffee, commute, work, back home by 7, dinner, scroll, sleep. Nothing unusual ever happened to Daniel, which is exactly why, when something did, he tried to explain it away. It started with the call. Tuesday night, around 11:47 p.m. Daniel was already in bed, lights off, phone face down. He wasn't expecting anyone, but the phone started vibrating, not ringing. Just vibrating. Slow. Consistent. Like someone holding the call button down. Daniel reached over, slightly annoyed, and flipped the phone. No number. No caller ID. Just a blank screen with one word. Incoming, no name. No number, just that. He frowned. For a moment, he thought it was some kind of system glitch. Maybe an app bug. Maybe spam. The phone kept vibrating. He let it go to silence. 10 seconds passed. Then it started again. Same thing. Incoming, no number. That's when he felt it, the first flicker of unease. Not fear, just something off. He picked it up, hesitated, then answered. Hello? Silence. No static. No background noise. Just nothing. Hello! He repeated, a little firmer this time. Still nothing. Then a voice. Soft. Close. Too close. Daniel. He froze. The voice wasn't distorted. It wasn't robotic. It sounded completely normal. Human. But there was something wrong with the way it said his name, like it already knew him. Who is this? Daniel asked. A pause. Then the voice said something that didn't make sense. I found you. The line went dead. Daniel sat there for a while, staring at the screen. No number, no call history. Nothing. He checked again. Recent calls empty. It was like the call never existed. He told himself it was a glitch. Maybe he imagined it. He turned off the phone, rolled over, and tried to sleep. But sometime later, he didn't know when he woke up again. The room was completely dark, and for a moment, everything felt normal. Until he heard it. A sound, not from the phone, not from outside. From inside the room, a voice. Quiet, barely above a whisper. Daniel. He didn't move, didn't breathe, just listened. Don't answer. His chest tightened. The voice sounded the same. Calm, clear. Right next to him, but there was no one there. His door was closed, his windows locked. He reached for the lamp beside his bed and switched it on. The room flooded with light. Empty. Completely empty. He checked the closet. The bathroom? Nothing. No sign of anyone. He stood there for a long time, heart pounding. Then he heard it again. From behind him, don't answer me, no matter what I ask. Daniel turned slowly. Nothing. But the voice continued. If you stay silent, you'll be safe. A pause. But if you speak, you won't be able to undo it. Most people, in that moment, would panic. Call someone. Leave. Run. But Daniel didn't. Because part of him still believed there was a logical explanation. Sleep paralysis, stress, auditory hallucinations. Something explainable. Something real. So he did the only thing that made sense to him. He said nothing and waited. Minutes passed. The silence stretched. Then the voice came back. Good. it said. "You're listening?" Daniel stayed still. "You don't believe me yet." "That's fine." A slight shift in tone. Almost amused. "Let's make this easier." There was a faint sound, like something moving across the floor. Slow, dragging. Daniel's eyes flicked downward. Nothing. But he could feel it. Something circling the bed. "You're alone right now," the voice continued. "No one else in the apartment. No one awake. No one who can hear you." Daniel swallowed hard. "You can still walk out," the voice said. "Open the door. Leave. End this a pause. But if you stay, another pause. You played the game." Daniel didn't move, didn't speak, didn't leave. And just like that, he made his choice. The temperature in the room dropped. Not dramatically, just enough to notice. The kind of cold that creeps under your skin. "All right," the voice whispered. "Let's begin." Another sound. Closer now. Near the edge of the bed. "You like answers, Daniel," it said. "You work with problems. You solve them. That's who you are." A faint creak. The mattress dipped slightly. "You won't be able to resist this," the voice said softly. "Not when you know the answer." Then the voice told him a story. A simple one, about 3 people. A woman, her husband, and a man she loved. The woman was married to someone she didn't love. Her husband was kind, but distant, cold. The other man understood her, listened to her, made her feel seen. So one night she decided to leave, to cross a river that separated her life from the one she wanted. But the bridge was guarded by a man who demanded something in return, something she didn't want to give. So she went back to the man she loved and asked for help. He refused, said it was too dangerous, so she returned to the guard. And this time she agreed. She crossed the bridge, reached the other side, and was killed by her husband. The room was silent again. Then the voice spoke. 5 people, it said. The woman, the husband, the lover, the guard, and the one who told you this story. A pause. "Tell me, Daniel." The mattress dipped further. Closer. "Who is the most responsible for her death?" Daniel's mind started working instantly, breaking it down, analyzing. Just like he always did. The husband killed her, but the lover refused to help. The guard forced her into a decision. The woman made the choice. Each one played a part. He knew this kind of question. Moral responsibility, cause and effect. He knew the answer, or at least an answer. The voice leaned in closer. He could feel it now, right beside his ear. "You know it," it whispered. "You already solved it." A long pause. "Say it." Daniel clenched his jaw. Said nothing. "Interesting," the voice said. "You're resisting." Another pause. "Let's try again." The story changed. Details shifted. Outcomes twisted. Each version ending the same way with the same question. And each time Daniel knew the answer. And each time he stayed silent. Hours passed. Or maybe minutes. Time didn't feel normal anymore. The room felt smaller. The air heavier. The presence closer. Right behind him now. Breathing. Slow. Steady. Waiting. Then, finally the voice changed. No more stories. No more games. Just one question. Different, simpler, more direct. Daniel, a pause. If you knew someone was in this room with you right now, would you want to know where they are? And that's when something inside him broke, because this wasn't a puzzle anymore. This wasn't a story. This was real. Immediate, personal. His mind raced. If answer, it would see him. If he stayed, silent it was already here. The voice whispered again. Soft and I. Almost gentle. Just say yes. Daniel opened his mouth. Who slightly, and for the first time he spoke. Yes. Silence. Total. Complete. Then a voice. Not beside him, not behind him, but directly in front of him. Turn around. The next morning, Daniel's apartment was empty. No signs of forced entry. No struggle. No blood. No broken windows. Nothing missing. Except him. His phone was found on the nightstand. Battery dead. Screen cracked. But when they turned it on, there was one thing in the call log. A single entry. No number. No time. No duration. Just one word. Answered. And if you're listening to this right now, and you ever hear a voice that asks you a question in the dark, just remember this. Some questions are not meant to be answered. Because once you do it, doesn't leave. It just gets closer.